Hello friends, today I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite spy movies because I went and saw the new movie Spy this weekend. It's the one that's starring Miranda Hart, Melissa McCarthy, Jude Law, and Jason Statham, and I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm just going to start by telling you a little bit about that. It was directed by the same guy who I believe directed Bridesmaids and The Heat, which are two movies that I pretty much enjoyed and I thought they were pretty funny, but I thought this was better than both of those. I just thought that the comedy was really on point. I get tired of the sort of like physical slapstick humor, and there is some of that, but I honestly just thought that the script was really strong and the dialogue was super funny. So if you're looking for a good comedy to go to that's a lot of fun, I would definitely recommend that. I'm also going to tell you about some of the movies that I own that are spy movies, and I guess there's quite a few because I really like spy movies, and I'm going to start out with pretty much the OG of spy movies for me, and that of course is Spy Kids. I was completely obsessed with this movie when it came out. I honestly still really enjoy watching it, even though it is pretty silly. Obviously this is for a younger audience and a family audience, but if you've seen it, I recommend you watch it again because it's really entertaining, and if you haven't seen it, you might as well give it a try because it's super cute. The next movies are, of course, the Daniel Craig James Bond films. I realize that there are a lot of James Bond movies, but I only own the Daniel Craig ones. I've seen some of the older ones, like with Pierce Brosnan and stuff, but I think these have much better action and production quality, obviously, because they're newer. They're a little bit darker than some of the older James Bond movies, but they're really excellent, especially Casino Royale. If you haven't seen Casino Royale, you have to watch it because it's honestly like one of the best suspense action spy movies probably ever made. It's just really wonderful. Next, I have a few of the Mission Impossible movies starring Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt as a member of the IMF, or the Impossible Mission Force. These are just really fun movies with really good teamwork and good gadgets and just really great plots. So if you haven't seen Mission Impossible, watch all of them. My favorite is the most recent one called Ghost Protocol, but you could honestly watch any of them and have a really good time. The next few movies are sort of hybrid, like action, spy, romantic comedies, and I have to admit that I love this kind of movie. I don't know what it is. I'm a sucker for the romantic subplot. The first one is True Lies, which is starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is a super duper funny movie, and I remember for the longest time my parents kept saying, "We should watch True Lies, I think you would really like it." And I was like, no, it's like kind of old. It's about a guy who is a spy, but he's hiding it from his wife, and it's sort of like just a really funny story about her sort of finding out about that, and the two of them sort of having like crazy wild spy adventures. It reminds me a little bit of the movie Killers, which I don't own. That one is starring Ashton Kutcher and Katherine Heigl, but this one is so much better. It's so funny, guys. You have to watch this. Next, I have Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which is starring Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. It's about a man and a woman who are both spy assassin people, and they're married to each other, but they don't know that the other one is a spy. So it's kind of like this one, but instead of just one of them being a spy, both of them are spies. So yeah, or they might just be assassins, honestly. I don't really remember, but yeah, it's still kind of a spy movie. This is another Tom Cruise movie. It is Night and Day, starring Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. I adore this movie. It's just super funny and quirky. I will say that I've watched this with some people who didn't like it. I'm not sure why. It is pretty goofy, so you have to sort of suspend your disbelief. This is a really fun movie about Tom Cruise, who is sort of this agent, and Cameron Diaz, who is sort of a nobody, and their paths cross and they have to sort of take on a bunch of these issues together, and yeah, it's just really entertaining. Lastly, I have sort of probably the most like guilty pleasure movie on this list because it's not actually a super good movie, but it is This Means War, starring Tom Hardy and Chris Pine and Reese Witherspoon. This movie is such a guilty pleasure for me. I've seen it so many times. It's about these two guys who are, I believe they're spies or CIA operatives or something, and then they both sort of start to fall in love with the same woman, but she doesn't know that they even know each other, and she doesn't know that they're CIA. So it's just sort of them trying to like thwart each other's chances with Reese Witherspoon. I love these two. Their friendship and their relationship in this movie is so adorable, and they're so cute, And yeah, so really deep, meaningful reasons why I like to watch this. That is what I have as far as spy movies. There are tons of other spy movies out there, obviously, even some other ones that I like that I just don't have. If you have a favorite spy movie, you have to tell me what it is in the comments. If it's one of these, we can chat about it. And if it's not, I would love to watch any spy movies that I haven't seen. Once again, if you're looking to go to a good, fun comedy spy movie, check out Spy, which is in theaters now. I sound like a commercial. Like, I'm not being paid to mention that. I just really enjoyed it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.